Well, we're here with High Valley, one of the performers tonight for Secret Star. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
We're with Brad and Curtis, and you guys are brothers. I mean, it's common knowledge. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew that. You've been all over the country. I just want to make sure your roots and you knew where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Actually, let's talk something really exciting, and that your family was a part of the Opry last week.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only a few days ago. Are you still riding that high of not only playing the Opry, but getting that gold record? Tell me a little bit about how you guys were feeling in the moment.
That was pretty cool. I mean, I had no idea that was happening, and we've gotten, plaques before that were pretty cool and significant, but, being surprised like that on the Opry stage is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and it was our first gold record down here, and that means a lot.
Right in the States.
Yeah, absolutely. And it takes a lot more sales to go gold in the U.S. than it does in Canada.
Does it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because the dollar's stronger, or how does
I think it's population
gold
based.
is stronger.
Yeah.
It's just it's Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the imperial gold.
It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, it was amazing, and honestly, I think that was our 8th time playing the Opry. Felt really comfortable there. Got to play our new single. Got to play "Make You Mine," and then when we were finishing "Make You Mine," all of a sudden they're giving us this gold record.
That's awesome.
And that's just, it felt like, wow, it kind of just slowed down the last couple of years of being on the radio down here, and just showed us what has happened.
That's
and
cool.
It's a good thing we played "Make You Mine."
Absolutely.
Now looking back, if we hadn't,
They're like, oh shoot, when are they going to play "Make You Mine"?
Yeah.
They're not playing it.
And here's a gold record for a different song.
that you won't hear this evening.
Yeah.
Was cool too because your parents were actually there.
Yeah.
Had they planned on coming anyway, and it just happened that all of that was done at once?
Yeah. They actually live in Nashville 4 months out of the year, and so it was totally coincidental that we happened to be playing the Opry while they were in town, and
that's really cool.
so yeah, it was really special. They actually, the first time we played the Opry, Mom and Dad, along with actually our entire family, our sisters didn't even have passports. They had to go get passports overnighted or expedited. And they all came down to watch us play the Opry for the first time.
They had 5 days notice, and they had to drive 500 miles to the nearest airport.
Oh my God.
Get their overnight passports made and fly to Nashville. They got there like at 10 p.m. the night before we played the Opry.
Wow, how about that?
It just worked out.
Crazy. So Mom and Dad have been part of some significant moments at the Opry.
That's cool, and they should be. And your family is very tight-knit, obviously. Mother's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Now, I have 2 other sisters. I know you have a bigger family. You have 3 girls and 3 boys in the family.
Yeah.
And do you guys try to outdo each other for Mother's Day, or is it just like gestures and, Mom doesn't care, but do you guys have
It's
like
not
a little rivalry?
I wouldn't say it's a competition. I bought Mom a Range Rover on Mother's Day.
Whatever.
What'd you get her?
I haven't figured that out yet. I was actually hoping to talk to you about that.
Okay.
So I think
I have some
it's safe to
ideas.
say
My
that I
mom's
win.
coming
I
tonight,
win.
so we can ask her for some ideas.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So Mother's Day, are you guys going to be able to spend it with your moms or your
Yeah.
wives, for that matter?
Both.
Okay, and anything special for your wives planned? I mean, you both have kids, so...
Is this live? Because I was hoping to surprise her.
Yeah. I thought this was a secret show. What the heck?
Okay.
Now we're giving away all our secrets.
Oh no! Oh, they know we're here now. Oh wait, it's not live. Okay.
No, it's not.
So
You don't have to share it.
I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for my wife, but it will be amazing, and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Can I be honest?
It's Wednesday, though. Like, you guys have to start planning it, or no?
I have total anxiety when it comes to birthday presents.
Gift giving in general?
Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, any of that kind of stuff. If it's for the kids, no problem. But for my wife, I don't know why. I'm like nervous to give her anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Has she ever given off that vibe? Like,
No. She loves gifts. I don't know. I just put too much pressure on myself, maybe.
Yeah.
We've been married for 15 years, and every single Christmas and Valentine's, Mother's Day, she doesn't expect gifts quite as much. Anyway, every year I've managed to convince her, hey, this year let's not do gifts. We just did this in the yard.
I know that roll, friggin' roll.
And every year she believes me, and every year I get her something, and she
She's
doesn't
away,
give
and
me
then she doesn't have
anything.
anything in
I did
return.
that this Christmas.
Oh, yeah?
What'd you do?
I got her some Beats headphones, and I told her that we decided we weren't getting each other anything.
Right.
Because we had just spent a lot of money on some like home renovation stuff.
Right.
she's like, I don't think we should do gifts this year. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I got her some Beats headphones. So
nice.
It doesn't compare with the Range Rover though for your mom. So.
Not exactly. Brad's budget is out of this world.
It's gold plated too, so
whatever. Gold plated.
Now, your new single, let's talk about Single Man, because it's a beautiful song, and it's also, the video is outstanding. You guys are doing something, well, first, before I get into what you're doing with the video, you wrote part of this song. Did it strike you one day and you just wrote down some words? Like, how did Single Man come about with you?
It was, almost nothing was entering my brain when I wrote Single Man at the beginning. We had flown.
He wrote it after a red eye. Literally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like exhausted?
I went to bed and he went and wrote, like, hopefully a smash.
Yeah, I had a 9 a.m. co-write when we landed. So I went to that one, and then at 11:30 I had a second co-write of the day, and that was Single Man. So it was definitely the most tired I've ever been writing a song. I did not have the title, Single Man.
Okay.
My buddy Derek Sutherland had that title, and it was Jordan Schmidt and himself and myself. And
Derek was at the Opry, and he told me Brad looked pretty stoned during that.
yeah.
During that, right?
Yeah. And so yeah, he came up with the idea, and we all loved it, all three of us. And we right away knew when we heard Single Man, how he was presenting it, we're like, we want to flip it in the chorus, and we want to say, I don't know a single man that wouldn't want what I got. And it was, we didn't even finish it the first day. We actually got back another day after I had slept and knew how to function like a human.
Right.
And it was just, we knew that we loved it, but you never know if everybody else is going to love it. And thankfully Curtis loved it, our record label loved it, managers loved it. And when those three parties all love the same song, then we're usually...
Then you knew, right?
And we hit the studio as fast as we can.
That's cool. And now with the video, you guys are doing something special, but I think there's a deadline coming up for it, where you're saying not just a single man, your single partner, and how they have either helped or been an influence in your life. Tell me a little bit about how that concept came up.
Yeah, basically we kept getting, obviously we hoped, the song would resonate with people.
Sure.
And we kept getting all these great comments, and to be honest, we think it's boring at some point of us just being on our Instagram saying, hey, check out this song, do this, hey, here's how we feel about our wives. And so we're giving other people the opportunity to take over our socials, basically, sending in videos saying, hey, I don't think there's a single man or a single woman who wouldn't want what I've got, and they can tell us why and shout out to their significant other. That's awesome. I think it'll be really fun to let people have their 15 seconds of fame on our Instagram.
It's pretty cool. And then you're going to compile all of those together into the video?
I think Curtis is going to do that. I'm going to take the day off.
Yeah. iMovie.
Yeah.
I'll just use iMovie. It's built-in
software.
software.
That's pretty cool. What a great idea. The song is brilliant. And I do. It's such a, it's just, I guess it's pure. Like, it feels like just a pure song. Like, yes, why aren't we singing this and singing the praises of all these people who, like, my life's pretty good. And the reason why it is because of this person.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I mean, it is a really honest song for us. Brad and I are constantly, if we've got 24 hours between shows, we'll see if there's flights that make sense so we can go home and say hey to the kids and our wives. And we bring them out in the summer. We'll rent like a family bus, and Brad and I, along with our families, will live on the same bus. It's absolute chaos, but totally worth it. We're always
a lot of Xbox going on.
Yeah.
So I mean, our families mean the world to us. Our career is absolutely secondary. So it's a very honest song for us.
And that's a perfect segue, because I was going to ask you about how you balance all of this on the road. And I think we talked before about how FaceTime is like the best thing that's ever been invented in the history of history.
Yeah.
But to get them on the road with you, how old are your kids again?
Mine are 7 and 10, and FaceTime does not work good. It works good for Curtis. For me, it doesn't, because my kids are way too like, hey, watch me do this, and then I'm supposed to watch both of them run across our yard and throw a football while my wife's trying to talk to me, and it's. So I just get on the phone. And I wish, it does work though for basketball games or any game that I'm missing. My wife will hold it still, and then I can watch the entire game.
And your kids are younger, so they stay in front of it?
My kids are 5 and 2, so we can like kind of lock the 2-year-old down in the high chair, give her some apple slices. Yesterday I was chatting with her, and she explained to me for probably 5 minutes that she was eating apples.
And that's priceless. Like,
Yeah.
you don't ever want to forget that.
Yeah.
And you're not missing any of that. And, you know, eating apples might not seem like a significant part of their life, but they're not going to be that little. Like tomorrow,
Yeah.
they're older,
Yeah.
you know, and each
I
and every
really hope
day.
you're about to surprise us with some apples right now.
No, your kids. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That wasn't good.
Ellen would have brought these
Yeah,
up.
Ellen
Somehow
would have.
she would've-
I
would've
know.
had it.
Our budget
Oh,
is
that
very small. Our budget's very small.
Well, that's all right. So is ours.
So speaking of your families, I know that you guys mentioned that you're missing out on some of the things, like the grandparents are helping with potty training, and there's like baseball games and basketball games that you're missing.
To be clear, the grandparents are not potty trained.
Yeah, because you're 7-0.
No, I meant helping you guys. With
Oh
potty
yeah,
training.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. They did at one point, I'm sure.
Will you do something special for Grandma too for Mother's Day?
Yeah,
I
our
mean, it's
wives
your-
are actually taking Mom to a pottery class for
Oh,
Mother's
fun.
Day,
Mm-hmm.
which will either be very special or our mom will say, "Why on earth?" did I
Tomorrow
have to
at
spend
6 p.m.
Oh yeah, that's when they're doing it. That's cool.
You're
Will
all
you be-
invited.
Will you be FaceTimed in or
No.
Probably
it's
not.
Just a
I'll be
secret
at
club.
my son, my youngest son has a baseball game during that
Awesome.
time, so I'll be taking Dad to watch our kids hit
Oh,
some balls.
you're going to be able to go and see his game tomorrow?
Yeah.
You'll be back? Oh,
I'll
great.
be back at 10 in the morning already.
I have-
We don't sleep. We just fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an 8-year-old, and he's
Nice.
playing baseball as well. And man, I don't know about your kid, but is he like just gung-ho, like focused, like all
Oh,
he
yeah.
wants to do is play baseball? He was so mad our game got canceled yesterday.
'Cause of
He's like,
rain?
why? I don't understand it. We can play in the rain.
Yeah.
He's a catcher. Like, he's
Yeah.
just gung-ho.
That is
Isn't it
awesome.
great? It's just
Yeah.
like such a good feeling to be able to be a
Oh,
part
it's
of
the
it.
best. We got there the other day, literally drove up. We're like, wow, the game's not canceled. It looked horrible outside. Parked the vehicle, walked down. He got his gear on. Rain starts pouring. The ump says, "Game's called off." Hadn't even thrown a pitch. Went back home. It's like,
Darn.
wow.
And how disappointed
Could have
are
called
they?
that,
Isn't
like,
it
30
crazy?
minutes
Yeah, I know,
sooner.
right? We could have
Yeah.
saved the trip, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, how disappointing on their face. Like, you want to be like, well, we'll just put a big umbrella over it. Let's
Yeah.
just play. You want everything for them.
Once they
It's-
make the majors, then they can, just close the roof on the Skydome.
Yeah.
Stadium playing.
Well, guys, it's been great. Thank you for a few minutes. Thank you for being open and honest about
Thanks
your
for
family's
having
too.
us. Yeah.
We are so excited to have you here for Secret Star. It's going to
We're
be a great
excited to be
time.
here.
It's going to be a great time. This venue is historic and it's a beautiful venue. Have you done your sound check yet?
No.
We haven't, but I did realize this venue is historically interesting because Jordan Davis was wandering down the hall looking for a bathroom, so I said he could use ours, but he went in and there was only a shower in it. So we're still looking for a toilet.
Still looking.
Yeah,
still
all right.
looking for
Well, we
toilet.
can probably help you find one.
Oh, is it over there?
Guys,
Oh, it's
thanks
there.
for a few minutes. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Excited for you to be here.